Thanks for checking out another clip of the Cashflow Contractor. We'd love to have you as a part of our audience. Click subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
What's the first thing? I mean, it might differ by company and their situation, but what's the first thing?
The first thing is making contact and us having a conversation to figure out what your needs are.
Okay.
And then we'll do a fact finding because we don't want to provide something you don't need. We'll meet you where you're at.
Okay. Give me an idea of some of the things that you're going to choose among.
Okay. Well, one of the things that we would talk with them about are their employee handbooks. What does that handbook look like currently? Does it fit their culture? And then what are their policies? What are the problems that they're having, the pain points they're having? Is it employee relations issues? Is it around compensation? Is it, and if it is compensation, we'll talk to them a little bit about what their philosophy is on how they're paying their employees.
And what kind of philosophies do you see?
All across the board. Some people want top performers at bottom dollar, which is really difficult to get. And then what I find for most people is we want to pay somewhere in the middle. We don't want to pay the highest, but we don't want to be the lowest. We want to be competitive in our market.
Can you help them with that type of market research? Yeah.
Absolutely.
I know one thing that I've often seen, and I think you and I talked about it, was employers tell their employees not to tell the other employees what their salaries are. and that's, you can't do that, correct?
Right. That's correct.
Well, you can tell them if you want to, but they don't have to do that. But I've always maintained that the reason that happens is because there wasn't a rational, logical approach to this guy versus that. And then all of a sudden, if one of them is a woman and the other's a man, and it's random, and the woman, it's truly unfair. Now it's protected class, and all. Anyway, that if you can come up with some rational way to compensate people.
Absolutely. Based on years of experience and what they bring to the table and the job itself. And so paying people fairly and consistently is a great practice.
Well, more things too. We talked about a handbook, job descriptions. I mean, HR is just so many things.
It is job descriptions, employee training and development, organizational design. As small businesses are growing and scaling, sometimes they don't understand how to get the right people in the right seat.
Right.
And so those are considerations. If you're needing to bring on talent, how do I find the best talent with the budget that I have to work with? And so really it's from beginning to end HR, from onboarding employees or before onboarding employees to offboarding employees and
everything in the middle. And in your Apela. I knew I missed. Who do you generally work with?
We work with small to mid-sized employers.
Well, I mean the person. What person?
We typically will work with the owner if it's a really small company. If it's if they are big enough to have a CFO, we may work with their CFO or their operations. It really depends on what size the company is. If they're a very small company, most often we're working with the owner.
And do you have a particular starting place? You said you meet to hear their needs, but what usually, an idea that somebody can get their head around, I could contract with you and get this. There's a unit. Whatever it is.
Well, typically when we're called, someone's hair is on fire. Maybe they've let an employee go and they have an unemployment claim that they have just lost and they realize that there's an opportunity for appeal, but they don't know what they need to do to win the appeal. They'll give us a call. Or if they've gotten a letter from the Department of Labor or the EEOC or the FLSA, one of the big federal agencies, and they're afraid. And so we typically will have a conversation. We'll ask to review all of those documents. We'll put together something that helps them resolve that. And we just bring a calmness to the situation, letting them know that we're going to walk with them through that and help them solve their immediate problem.
Information and expertise. Yeah, yes. I find that so often the stressor. That's why bookkeeping, HR, IT, You know, a lot of people want to manage their own server. So you got the CEO of a small company in there underneath the hood of this server that they actually have. Anyway,
Yeah.
just don't do that. So
Yes. Yes.
Thanks for checking out a clip from the Cashflow Contractor. We have full episodes where we go deep on topics that help you grow a construction business that runs without you so you can have less stress, more time, more money. Now, we've got other videos, other clips, but if you want to check out the full episode for this clip, you can click wherever our editor put it. It might be here, it might be there, it might be over my face, I don't know. But thank you for checking us out. We'd love to have you as a part of our audience. So subscribe or check out a full episode wherever you get podcasts.